Welcome back to beautiful Haulover Inlet, and it's another episode of Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down in Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. I'm your host Broncos Guru, along with our boy Wavy Boats down at the inlet getting the images, and I'm not quite sure what's going on here. This Miami-Dade Marine officer has rolled out into the washing machine that is Haulover, and really has just been sitting here at the mouth of the inlet for a few minutes now. I'm beginning to wonder if this isn't some kind of initiation. Maybe the officer said, hey, you want to be part of the Marine team? Go out there and sit at the mouth of Haulover for a few minutes, and if you don't get sick, welcome aboard. Speaking of welcome aboard, let's go ahead and get this episode started. Our first contestant to do battle with Haulover Inlet this week is going to show us what it's like when you start to come through Haulover, but you gotta make a move. That's right, his first mate here was riding in the bow of the vessel, but all of a sudden they realize as they came under the bridge that's probably not a good idea and she needs to move to the stern. Haulover can be a little deceiving from time to time. Obviously, as they're coming under that bridge, going around the sandbar, the nice turquoise water, and it's very calm, leads people to think that's okay to go ahead and get in the bow of the vessel. Then they'll make that turn, get under the bridge, and all of a sudden, as you can see here, things pick up pretty quickly. And what was flat, calm turquoise waters as you entered Haulover now turns into that roller coaster we know as Haulover Inlet. Here we're going to see these guys come out, and it's going to be a little bit of a rough ride. This Sea Ray is going to have a heck of a time trying to come out of this inlet. Right here, he's trying to get the boat up on plane a little bit, let the boat do a little bit of the work, and I'm just guessing our first mate here is probably pretty satisfied with her decision to move back to the stern of the vessel. And let's see how this vessel handles as she gets out into some of the bigger waves that we have off of Haulover here today. And she's starting to roll into some of the bigger swells, and man, that is a big wave. This is a big boat to take a pounding like this. Oh man, looks like we've even lost the table. Haulover's rattled the table right off the table mount. This boat's taking an absolute pounding right here, and this one's going to be a pretty easy one to call. Haulover's going to take this first round. Our second contestant to do battle with Haulover this week is going to have a little easier time. Well, they're going to be coming in with the swell, which is going to make it easier, and they've got more of a correct tool for the job also. Here we're going to see this HCB Sueños come rolling through Haulover Inlet. And of course, they're going to give us a little bit of a preview on how these big center consoles handle Haulover Inlet. The HCB Sueños at one point in time was the largest outboard powered center console sold at 53 foot, but of course, everybody stepped up their game, including HCB, who now makes the 65 Australia. Here you're going to see they're going to have no issues whatsoever coming through Haulover Inlet. This boat's an absolute beast, and it shows. I'll tell you what though, this always puts things in perspective for me. We might be admiring this boat being like, damn, we wish we had one of these, but then you look at this young gentleman right here who's looking back at the jet skis and is actually wishing he was on one of those instead of this boat. But still, we'll obviously give this round to the boats. Our contestant in the third round to do battle with Haulover Inlet's going to show us that it's all about timing sometimes with Haulover. Here we're going to see this Axopar trying to line itself up just outside of the inlet to start making its approach. But they have made one major flaw in their approach. These Axopars really want to be on plane. They ride pretty bow high once you get this boat up and going, but if you stay below planing speeds, this thing rides so low and has very little freeboard and it's easy to stuff the bow. Fortunately for this crew, most of these Axopars are pretty open on the stern of the vessel, so they're just going to accelerate and this water's probably just going to rush right out the back of the vessel, but not before Haulover got its good smack in, and of course we're going to go ahead and give this round to Haulover for that nice little smack in the face these guys received. Our contestant in the fourth round is going to have a little more consistency than that. They're going to show you what happens when you come through Haulover at the right pace. Haulover is not always about coming through full throttle, absolutely trying to destroy Haulover. It's finding that right compromise on speed and keeping the bow height right to make sure that your vessel's actually going to come through Haulover at a pretty steady ride, allowing your vessel to come through as comfortably as it possibly can. Kind of like this Don's he's found right here. He's not blasting his way through Haulover. He's just found that right pace for the conditions on this day where he's going to make it throw pretty solid, and he's going to take an easy win for the boats in this round. And that's going to take us to our fifth and final round, and are we going to see a Haulover U-turn here in the fifth round? Right now we're tied at 2 apiece. Let's see who takes the win. Will it be the boats or Haulover Inlet? I have to admit, I'm not really liking the odds for the boats on this one. Haulover's firing pretty hard today, and this vessel's not really designed to come through Haulover in a day when it's firing like this, and I have to imagine we probably will see that infamous Haulover U-turn by this vessel, but there is one sign of hope here, and that is that his 2 people who are on the vessel with him are both donning life jackets, which tells me they are here for business and plan on taking this down. And that first wave right there should have been the one to make the U-turn, but it appears these guys are going to keep on going. If they're going to get past that first wave like that and keep going, I can't imagine they're being stopped, and I don't see a U-turn coming now. And I'm definitely beginning to think that my intuitions on this one were incorrect, and this boat right here does mean business, and they are here to take Haulover down. And I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to go ahead and give it to them. If these guys are going to come out here in this boat like this and pound it away, they get the win, and that's going to give the boats the win in this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, be sure to check out our other channels. We have Wavy Boats, who gets us all these great images down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And our newest channel, the Miami Boat Ramps channel, that focuses on all the hilarity that happens down at the boat ramps in Miami. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button.